Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, that's terrible. My camera. Uh-oh, wait a second here. See if I can. There we go. That's a little better. Not great, though. Let's see if I can find a better lighting situation. Yes. Well. Yes, this works. Much better. Oh, no, it doesn't. Hold on, everyone. Let me get this organized here. All right, I'm back. I think this will work. Okay. I just reviewed emails, haven't received any communication from anyone. I sent a note to Xenia. I don't see her here. Is Xenia in any of your groups?
Yes, she's in our group, but we did our assignment without her, and we only put our names on the paper that we turned in.
Okay. I apologize. Can you say that last part? She has what?
Uh, we haven't heard from her. We did the assignment around her, and we just didn't put her name on our paper. But
Okay, but you haven't spoken with her. Is that what you're saying?
nope, nope, we
Hmm.
haven't spoken with her.
Okay. I had told her to contact her group if she had any. She was saying she had problems with connecting on Zoom, and so I asked her to contact the group to get any direction to do that. Um, okay. Okay, we need to I'll figure that out. All right. So raise your hand if you're prepared to do your individual presentation. Okay, Nick. So we will go Nick Perez, Jennifer, and Marlene. Okay, Nick Perez, Jennifer, and Marlene. All right. So we will do those three first, and then group presentations will follow.
Professor, it's Marlene. Before I forget, my it was just us two for our group project. It was just me and Brandon Gray, but he is right now, I think, on the airplane, and he said he messaged you that he's gonna be in the airplane the whole day.
And if he's coming back from Japan, he probably will. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
I turned in um the briefing for us. Maybe he wasn't able to turn it in on the airplane or something, but I turned it in, so it's just for
right.
both.
So only one person in the group needs to turn it in. What I will do is link the presentation to everyone in the group. Okay. Okay. Nick says it's up to you, Marlene.
And also, Professor, same with our group. It was just me and Julissa that were able to collaborate and get together and make the presentation. The other two people in our group, they never responded to the emails or anything. So I just
Okay.
put our names on the presentation.
Okay. And I'll understand that, and then I can make that note as well. That's
Okay, thank you.
yeah. Yeah, and that was actually explained earlier that if you attempted to contact members in your group and you were unsuccessful initially, then in a future conversation, be sure to CC me on the conversation. If that didn't happen, it's okay. That wasn't part of the assignment. That was really more part of the accountability. But if you've communicated with them and they were non-responsive to your presentation today, let me know. Well, I'll know that because they won't be presenting, but I'll handle that part of the assignment responsibility. Yeah, and Donovan's slightly different because he's been in communication. You guys did work on it, and I knew that he would be traveling. It just his schedule, we were trying to figure out if he was going to be able to be at class or be on a plane or be out of the country. And the timing just doesn't, he's not in control of when he travels. So I'll make adjustments for him as well.
Yeah, but we equally worked on the briefing. It was half and half, honestly.
I'm sorry, say again? It was half?
We worked equally on it. It was half and half. We both input ideas on each other's parts.
Yeah.
It was pretty even. It was
Okay.
just
Yeah, he has communicated that he was able to get with you and work with you on the briefing memo, and that he's not here. I won't discount that effort that he put in to do it while he was on travel. So it's just as you were out of the country for a bit of time as well. So all right. So Nick,
Professor, is it possible for me to ask just a quick question regarding the PSA announcement?
Oh, I'm going to talk about it before we start the presentation.
Perfect. I'll wait then.
Okay. Well, actually, I'm ready to go there now. So the PSA assignments is now open in assignments. It is there is a link to the files folder where you can get information on how to write a public service announcement. It's 90 seconds, so there's not a lot of writing necessary. But when you submit your PSA assignment, you're submitting two things. You're submitting the written assignment, what you write as your PSA, and then your oral presentation of your PSA. And so you can do that in a couple of ways. One, you can record it directly into Canvas using, let's see, having said that out loud, since we had the crash in Canvas, I haven't confirmed that you can still do that. So hold on one second. All right. There we go. Okay. Going here, doing that. Assignment there. In the files folder. Can you all see my screen?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm clicking on how to write a public service announcement in the files folder. It opens up and it gives you that quick brief. And then there's actually, when I first did it, this was a link. It's no longer a link, but this bottom one is. There we go. Okay. Come on. Why are you not letting me? Well, let's see. Maybe they'll let me take it like that. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Should have opened. Okay, I can verify that I'm me. I am human. There we go. All right. So, and here is the link. You may have to do that as well. Again, they put a number of protections in since the hack of Canvas. Okay, now where did that go? Okay, here we go. What is a public service announcement? And take this over here, put that out of there. And you can see. And so that, all right, so this is the tools to help you write your announcement. Again, giving you several options of how to compact it, how to frame it based on the types of things you're talking about in your public service announcement. All right. And again, you can find this in the files folder and open it from there. Next thing I want to go do is I want to go back I'm going to close sharing for a second, but I want to go, hold on 1 second here. I want to go back and confirm that you can record. Okay. Let's do it like this. Maybe easier for me to do it while I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, there's a block myself. There. All right. So then in hmm, services, let's go. And, and you breathe a little into public servants. Service announcement. Yeah. You as a student. Excellent. Back 1 step. Edit. Yeah, so you can do media recordings and or file upload. So you're going to do both. You're going to submit the file and do a media recording. And your media record, you can do this with your phone, recording yourself saying your public service announcement. If you've got an app on your computer that you can use, you can do it that way. But I don't. Let's see here. I don't want to change that. What I don't see is in the earlier versions of Canvas, when you clicked on media recording, it doesn't any longer. It gave you a link to a device, a recording device to record your video. So in this instance, I would say you can, if you have an app on your computer, you can do it that way and just attach the file. Do it with your phone. If you do it with your phone, it's going to be a file. You're going to need to send it to yourself so that you can upload it in Canvas. Or if you do Canvas directly from your phone, you can just attach it through your phone. Either way works. And again, it's 90 seconds, so it shouldn't take up a lot of space in your computer or on your phone. And you can delete it once you submit it. So that's all good. Any questions about, or I should say, Niana, have I answered your questions about the assignment?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. All right, let me now go back to full gallery and expand it so I can see you all. There we go. All right, so that was Nick and Marlene. Who's the second person that had indicated they were ready to do their individual presentation? Jennifer. Okay, so it was going to be Nick, Jennifer, and Marlene. All right.
Okay, I got to share screen, so I think you have to stop sharing.
Oh yeah, I will.
Hey, Dr. Tabor.
Yes. Mhm.
I sent you a video of my individual presentation because I recorded it so that way I could share it. So I emailed it to you because there was no way to upload it.
Nick, were you on just a second ago? Yeah,
No.
because in the assignment you should be able to submit it as a video file, as a media file.
Well, I sent it. The reason why I sent it via email was because I put it on YouTube. So I used the YouTube link. but I guess I could send the original, the
See if you
original
can.
video.
Now, are you talking about your group or individual?
My individual.
Okay, and is that for the PSA or is that for your individual briefing memo?
That was for the individual briefing memo.
Okay, so yeah, that assignment wasn't set up to accept a media file, so that's why you weren't able to send it that way.
Okay.
Because I wanted you to just present it in class. You didn't have to videotape yourself to do it.
Well, no, I
Um,
had they had a scholarship ceremony or something on Monday that I
that's
immediately
right.
went to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to still submit it. So I just recorded it because I got prepared for the scholarship ceremony. So I was presentation ready is kind of why I did it that way.
Okay. Okay. And I saw that you had emailed me something. I hadn't looked at it yet, but so you can do it today if you're ready.
I I don't think I'm going to be able to top the video because the video was like it's like I made it. It was like 10 minutes long, and
Oh no, that's way too long. No, it's just your individual is just 3 to 5 minute max. So you can just
well,
go ahead.
well, that's why I put it on YouTube because the briefing memo was something relevant because I have people that are in my organization that are into the voting and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually addressing this topic, and it's addressed to Karen Bass, and I know that you know what I mean. He had some pretty strong points about voting, so I was able to kind of send it to people in my organization as well.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then also to the my brief, I just read it. I read it through on YouTube, or I read it while I did the recording. So it came out to 10 minutes because of me, the briefing memo itself. So because the original briefing memo that I did, you gave me some pointers on it. So I redid it and it was a lot more thorough. So that's why it ended up being that long.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm going to ask you to do is to just, well, not if you have it, is for you to do it today within the time frame. And but you have it as a video. You don't have it in a written form. You just have it in a video form.
No, I have the actual briefing memo because that's where I read
Oh,
it from.
oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
have the original briefing memo, but it's longer because the original one that I did was kind of I mean, I could do the
No,
original
no. Here's what I
one
want you to
short.
do. Now that I clearly understand you, submit your written form, and
Okay.
today just speaking into the camera for the purpose of the class is um, just go off the give us a brief of your briefing memo. You don't have to read the whole thing. Just tell us what it is, cover your sections and your recommendations, and that'll be it. But do it within the time frame because it's 5 minutes is the max.
Okay. I can do
What
that.
is it?
I
Okay.
can do that.
All right. So you'll be the fourth person.
Fair
Uh,
enough.
if you
I
have,
see you, Nick Perez, too. Okay. I see you over here in the comments.
yeah, and I think Niana was asking you to share it with everybody. And can it would be too long? No, you can give the link in the
I I could tell
chat.
you right now, nobody cares about my briefing memo like that. I'm not, you
No,
know,
no, somebody just said. I think it was Niana just asked you for it.
okay. Oh my, okay. Fair
So
enough.
just
I
put the
will
link in the
send
chat.
it.
You can't hide now,
Well,
buddy. You've already
well,
outed yourself. So just
yeah,
put the link in the chat.
yeah, I was saying that because you put in the work to do it, so I'm not sure who else might be interested in it, but yeah, I asked for it because I would like to see the video. I'm a little nosy.
Yeah, I'm interested too. I'm interested.
Oh wow. All
Yeah,
right.
so if you
Okay.
drop
Well,
the link,
yeah, thank you very
yeah,
much for being interested in
Hey,
my
our
briefing memo.
comments enabled for the video?
Or
You can
yeah, there we go.
comments, you can
Nick.
yeah, comments are this for I did it for my see what's it called? I did it for my nonprofit. So the comments are you can I put it online so that way what I'm expressing can be shared for the relevance of the issues in the city of Los Angeles and real estate. Like there's a lot of things that are going on that
All right,
not
don't give us the briefing memo
okay,
now.
yeah, okay,
Hold
fair
on.
enough. I'm fourth. Okay. I'll put the link in the
There you
comments.
go. There we go. All right, and then we can come back to it. All right, so here we go. Because I'm taking. Let me. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I want to put notes right into Canvas. So let me do this real quick. Okay, so I have stopped sharing. And hold on 1 second here. Oh, no, that didn't achieve what I want to achieve. Let's do. Oh, I know what I'll do. Maybe I can do it this way. Oh, I hadn't seen that before. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay. What I'm trying to do, I'm trying to figure out which is the better view for me to reduce the gallery so that I can also type into your assignments. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Okay, so now I can. All right. So Nick Perez, you were going first, right? Hold on 1 second. Briefing note presentation. Dun, 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 dun. Is Selena Beasley in anyone's group in class right now?
I was. We did it last week. Nicholas and
Yeah, can you, because she's having trouble getting in, can you send her the connection link for the Zoom?
who?
Selena Beasley.
I'm Selena Beasley.
Oh, well, see, I'm not looking at names. I'm just hearing voices. So that, okay. So you are here. There we go.
Yes, I was asking because I'm at work. I was asking if I could possibly go last closer to my lunch break so that I'm
Yes.
not interfering.
And,
Okay,
and,
cool.
yes, you can. Yes.
Thank
So,
you.
but you keep an eye on how we get close to that and just interrupt us or
Yes,
say something.
will
Then
do.
we'll plug in. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Why? There we go, Nick. I was looking for you. All right, here we go. And let's do this. And one final thing, come back here. And Nick, we're ready for you. Nick, down at the bottom of your screen, there's a little, I would call it, because I know it's a screen, and it's right next to the size. If you click that, it'll just show your page by page rather than have your side columns. There we go. You're muted.
The subject is traffic-related deaths remain a crisis. And the purpose of the briefing note is to address the high mortality rate caused by dangerous driving within the city of Los Angeles.
Hey, Nick, turn your camera on. Oh, you have the same problem I was having. The sun is behind you. Okay.
Yeah. The traffic fatalities rank higher than homicide as a cause of death in Los Angeles. And reckless driving is our #1 cause of death. This affects everybody from drivers, pedestrians, bicyclists, children. Although legislation has been passed addressing the issue, more enforcement is needed as our death rate is still abnormally high. Considerations. One of the leading causes of death, like I said, is traffic fatalities. And this has been repeatedly due to drivers running red lights, distracted drivers, speeding, and driving under the influence. And due to budget constraints, LAPDs had to limit how many officers can be on patrol for driving infractions. And this lack of enforcement has led many drivers to a sense of security for disregarding traffic laws. And we've seen for several years in a row, trusting drivers to police themselves has led to deadly consequences, particularly towards children. The red line on this graph is everybody together. But when you look at the orange line, how high it is above the others, that's pedestrians. And then the yellow line is people who get killed in other vehicles, followed by motorcyclists and bicyclists. I don't know if this is in the way, if you guys can see. Can you read the headline on this? I hope so. But it says how for multiple years in a row, um, traffic fatalities is the #1 cause of death, not just for people, but in many areas for children also. And here this shows how originally homicide was the #1 cause of death. And then around 2023, that reversed and traffic fatalities became the #1 cause. And it's particularly hit South LA the hardest. The top 4 precincts of LAPD that have traffic fatalities are all South LA. Newton's listed as central, but that's because it covers part of downtown, but it covers a large portion of South LA also. Stricter traffic enforcement and more traffic police are necessary for public safety. Although memorial signs have been placed up to remember the victims on the intersections of their death, this has not lowered the mortality rate caused by reckless, lawless drivers. Police funding continues to be cut by City Hall, leaving precincts low on patrols. More patrols and stiffer penalties have been historically proven to lower lawless driving. And it's time we employ both in our communities in order to save lives. This is 2 children that were killed on 111th Place off of Maine. I used to live right at the end of the block, so I wouldn't put a candle. The next steps is increase the police budget to hire 1,000 more officers by winter of 2027. And we can recruit both new cadets and experienced officers from out of state looking to move to California. Identify at-risk intersections and install license plate reader cameras as of December 2026. Purchase 150 more police interceptors by winter 2027. But also pursue an aggressive public relations campaign to advertise the importance of safe driving in both English and Spanish on billboards across neighborhoods that have higher than usual fatality rates during 2026. And pass a city ordinance by spring of 2027 to begin impounding vehicles that are caught running red lights instead of citation alone, because that tends to be a major cause of deaths. A concerted, proactive response to reckless drivers will remove more from the streets and send a stern warning that this will no longer be tolerated. This will save lives, and our death toll will finally lower to a reasonable rate of mortality. Lives depend on making and enforcing change in our streets. And now I'm open for questions.
All right. So because we want to get everybody present, we're not going to do questions
Okay.
Following each presentation, but we can come back to each presentation once we've got the individual presentations complete. So Nick,
How do I turn share off?
I'm sorry, say again.
How do I turn off share?
Oh, it should be at wherever the button is at the top or the bottom of your screen. It'll say close share or something like that. See the little box or button that says it's green, and it should say you should say share screen, and then next right at the button, if it's open, if you're sharing, it'll say stop sharing.
Okay. Everything back to normal?
It looks like it is. Yes. Perfect. 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 All right. Thank you, sir. Just a quick follow-up. Yesterday, Nick, at the Police Commission, there was a presentation given by the Traffic Bureau and the Department of Transportation saying exactly what you just said, that enforcement has waned because of other officer responsibilities and the reduction in just straight traffic officers, the movement within the department, the need for additional traffic enforcement, and the use of license plate reader cameras at selected locations. So that is being processed. I also mentioned in my comment to their presentation that I had a student working on the traffic concept. So I would be sharing your video. What I'm going to wait to do, Nick, is share your public service response, public service announcement response as well. All right, Jennifer, you're next. You're up. Jennifer, give me 1 second before you begin. You can begin sharing, but I'm going to now go back and. There we go. All right, Jennifer, be sure to submit your written document presentation to the assignment. Your individual memo.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can now, yes.
Okay. And my screen is being shared, right?
Oh, you know what? You're okay. I'm not sharing. It's okay, so I should be looking at you, not looking at me.
Oh.
There we go. And oh, you know what? You may be okay. There we go.
Okay, cool. Hello, my name is Jennifer. So my purpose of my briefing memo is to address the critical escalation of plastic pollution on our ecosystem, on our marine ecosystem. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
You're doing fine.
Due to severe human activity, several garbage patches of plastic waste and debris have grown around the world. This briefing memo shows environmental and health impacts, and it also assists current strategies and provides accountable policy recommendations to reduce land-based pollution waste. Okay. So marine pollution has grown over 11 tons of plastic entering our oceans annually. This impacts human health due to contamination of our seafood with foodborne illnesses. It exposes us to microplastics and exposure to heavy metals such as mercury in our system. Coastal communities and indigenous populations relying heavily on substance like fishing, facing severe economic instability due to their primary source being, fish and seafood. My recommendations would be to push marine biodegradable goods, products, and packages to have less plastic in the ocean. A good start would be like bamboo because it grows fast and also invest in organizations like the Ocean Cleanup. They have these technologies where they just clean up the oceans with, AI powered and stuff like that. Also recycling. I know it's like pretty obvious, but that helps a lot. And utilizing the oceans, what's it called? Like harnessing the ocean's energy with wind power and things like that, because that creates a what's it called? Better ecosystem.
Yeah.
And yes, these are my sources. I have a lot of sources because I took some ideas from my past assignments.
Okay. Well, thank you. So,
Yes.
yours is a timely topic. And there, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 1 week ago, there was an article in the Morning Brew about the continuing efforts of ocean cleanup and a company. He wasn't in high school when he had the idea, college when he was able to pull some examples of the technology he was thinking about together, and now he's running a multinational company that cleans up parts of the ocean strategically and has many corporate sponsors. So great idea, great topic. Thank you, Jennifer. And Jennifer, there we go. You want to click right there? We go. You got it. All right. Marlene, you get ready, and then Nick, you'll follow Marlene. But while you all are getting ready, let me get this in.
I'm out of breath. Let's see.
Don't start yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see here. Jennifer, go ahead and upload your written your briefing memo to the assignment here. Marlene, where'd you go? I saw your name. 1 second here.
I'm here.
No, I'm looking through the assignment so that I can pull up and put notes in your comment section on your assignment. There we go. Okay, I am ready.
Okay, I'm gonna share. Can you see that?
I can see it, and then
I have to share my screen, right?
yeah, so you're already sharing your screen. So down at the bottom, you want to, there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Let me take off the thing from my camera.
And then turn your, there you are. Okay.
Okay, let me just, I can't move this around here. Okay, we're good. So my topic is the impact of online communication on personal relationships. I don't know how to make this smaller. Okay.
Why do you want to make it smaller?
No, the camera, because it covers what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
So why is this covering? It covers the words. Okay. So the purpose of this briefing note is to inform Mayor Karen Bass about how online communication affects emotional closenesses, explain how digital communication impacts personal relationships, propose a city-wide digital wellness initiative, encourage balanced technology use to strengthen communities. The background context. Online communication through texting, social media, and video calls have become a major part of our daily lives. Smartphones and digital devices make communication easier and more convenient. Digital communication increased significantly after COVID-19. Research shows that excessive reliance on technology can reduce face-to-face interactions. The key statistics I provided, 51% of adults reported smartphones distracted them from deeper relationships, according to the Pew Research Center in 2019. And then if you can see the time frame before pandemic and now after, 85% of families increased virtual communication after the pandemic. So this was in 2022. Why this matters. Emotional closeness is important for healthy relationships. Excessive screen time can negatively affect mental and emotional well-being. I didn't provide this here, but in a statistic from what is called? Let me pull this up. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. In a Kaiser statistic website, they provided that from 2018 to 2025, there was a huge increase on mental health issues in community amongst teenagers. And the third point is strong personal connections help reduce loneliness and improve quality of life. Research findings. The 2017 found that increased screen time was associated with poor mental health among teenagers. So we go back to this in the recent rises of mental health issues, why it's important to kind of step back and not use technology as much. The World Health Organization in 2021 reported that digital overload can contribute to anxiety and reduced social skills. The importance of in-person connections. In-person communication encourages meaningful conversations and spontaneous interactions. Community engagement contributes to overall well-being and a social support. Supporting evidence. A BYU study in 2026 found that replacing in-person interactions with digital communication weaken emotional closenesses. This has to do a lot with how many family members don't really connect anymore. Everything's all digital. Families who relied heavily on digital communication reported fewer spontaneous interactions. Journal of Social and Personal Relationships in 2023. So this all ties up like going out, meeting friends, doing more activities that require you to move. Example, this is a great example I found that I wanted to provide. Actually, Italy actually has one of the biggest numbers in people that live longer. So a lot of people there live even past 100. If you can see in the first point, it says is known for having residents who live past 100 years, which I think that's amazing. Strong community relationships and social engagement contribute to residents' well-being. In one of the sources I provided in the end, it does talk about how when you interact with people, you're creating more dopamine. And dopamine is basically it's like a happy hormone. It helps you kind of stay more healthy in your body, helps you stay like if you want to lose weight, that's really good just to stay in shape. So I think all of this ties down. Something they found in this place in Italy is that people have great communication. They have meals together, they'll have parties just for no reason, just to be together. And it's kind of interesting how they have a longer life expectancy. The community demonstrates that the value of maintaining meaningful personal connections. So let me move on to not stay on that one. A key takeaway, physical community ties remain important for long-term health and happiness. So here's a recommendation. Create a digital wellness task force. So who would be in charge? Who would be the members in it? Educators, that would include teachers, professors, also technology experts, mental health professionals, just to kind of work together and really inform the community of why this is so important. The goals to develop wellness programs, promote balanced technology use, strengthen personal and family relationships, increase awareness on healthy digital habits. Moving on. Here's the plan of action I provided. Month 1 and 2, form a digital wellness task force, establish partnerships with schools and communities. So this would go back to finding people that know are well educated on this, as I provided in the previous slide, technology experts, to work together, make a plan, create workshops, things to help and really introduce this slowly into the community. Develop digital wellness curriculum, conduct pilot workshops for parents and students. So not just the students in school, but really like in parent conferences, anything that has to do involve the parents. Months 5 to 6, launch a city-wide digital wellness campaign and evaluate outcomes using surveys and community feedback just to kind of stay on track on it and find ways to update it and just make it better. Benefits to society, stronger personal and family relationships, um, improved mental health and emotional well-being, increased social trust and community engagement, better balance between technology use and face-to-face interactions, a greater productivity and quality of life. And in conclusion, online communication offers many benefits, but excessive use can affect emotional closeness and relationship quality. Balanced digital habits can improve mental health and strengthen communities. A digital wellness task force would help LA or Los Angeles become a leader in promoting health technology use. This is something that has not really been seen here. So this would be a great way to start something great, just to make a difference, and investing in digital wellness today will benefit future generations. Moving on. These are my references, and that was it. Thank you.
Good. And by the way, Marlene, great topic, well laid out, very comfortable, easygoing briefing memo that gives us information and where we should go. And most importantly, it was less than 5 minutes. And each of you who presented so far have just been right under 5 minutes. So,
I tried to just run through it. I did this presentation aside from the briefing note that I did, just because I did provide too much information. So I just wanted to like bring it down.
yeah, there we go. Well, good job. Very well done. All right, Nick, give me a few seconds, Nick, and then you'll be up. Okay.
I'm not very excited about this.
I have no idea why you're not. You're always excited, Nick. What are you talking about?
I just have a lot on my plate, if that's okay. Like, you know what I mean?
You
Like,
know what?
I'm just a
I think
name
what
on
it
the
is, Nick,
screen.
is that you're really a shy guy. You're comfortable when the screen is not on you.
I'm
But
definitely not shy.
oh,
That's definitely not.
oh, there we go. Okay. Marlon, I think you already stopped sharing your screen. Nick, you can start screen share, but don't start your presentation just yet. There we go. Okay, come on, computer. Let me do this, like this, and do that like that. And then go find Nick right here. All right, all right, all right. And Nick, remember to submit your written here to the assignment. Okay, dokie. Mr. Donald, you gonna share your screen? Oh, we didn't lose him, did he? Oh, there we go. And turn your camera on, Nick. Okay, doke.
Okay, I want everyone to know before I start this, okay? This is a total freestyle.
All right. Are you on
Because
full
to
screen
gate,
with your with your
if you look at the video,
presentation?
well, no, if you look at the video that I sent, I did because it's longer and it's more of speaking. Oh, that I had to have like visuals, so I had to
Oh, okay.
create
So
visuals.
God, this is not a PowerPoint. Okay.
What's that?
I said this is not a PowerPoint or a slides presentation. This is your document, right? Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Am I the only one that can't hear Nick, or is
I can't
No,
either.
we lost him everywhere? There he is. He's back.
Technical difficulties happen. Technical difficulties happen. Okay. It's
Yes.
called Murphy's Law. What what will go wrong, what can go wrong will go wrong. Okay. So
Yeah.
you got to be prepared for that if you're going to do a presentation. So let me reshare my screen. I do with my nonprofit, I do presentations like this. And one of the things that I do is invite someone to I'll invite someone to do a Zoom with us, and then I'll share it on Twitter so that way random people can um, join, and then I'll see how you deal with it.
Uh-oh. Hold on, Nick. Hold on. Got to answer my door. Hold on a
All
second.
right. And then I also believe that you should be able to kind of like live life and do normal life online, just in case. Hopefully, we don't have another pandemic, but if we do have a pandemic, you can actually navigate without having to interact with people. So let me see here. I wanted to make sure because I'm going to put a timer on so that when I'm not talking too long. Oh, and then also too, I wanted to let everybody know I was actually kind of excited about this because Monday I didn't come to class and I got this scholarship. Okay. I got a scholarship from Trade Tech. You can see it. So I was all excited about that. That's why I wasn't in class.
And you should be. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. You know what I mean? They gave me $500 for having good grades, which I didn't know that you can get paid for having good grades. So
All
get
right.
grades.
Drinks on Nick. Where are we
Yeah.
going?
Look, martinis at the headquarters. Okay. Like
There we go. All
right
right.
now I'm being an emotional support person for someone in my earphone here. So,
All right.
there I have
Your
to.
Nick, your presentation clock starts now.
All right.
Less than 5 if you can.
Okay. So, like I said, this is kind of freestyling. What I'm currently doing, and I've had to deal with in partnering with Los Angeles Trade Tech College, is really focusing on student housing and the issues that happen concerning student housing in the community, where sometimes the landlords don't necessarily, follow the rules per se. Um, and then having to report those things with um, LAPD, where generally that becomes a civil matter. It's not something that the Los Angeles Police Department can do anything about it. So their hands are kind of tied whenever you call them for these types of situations. And then, the LAPD doesn't deal with the school doesn't deal with LAPD. The students sometimes, if like you're dealing with like students from USC, which the broker for my real estate company is a USC student. So the reason why I kind of got into this is because a lot of times students come from other places, other states, other countries, and they're not familiar with the real estate laws. So um, not being familiar with the real estate laws don't give them a chance to be able to know what to report. So this is aligning Los Angeles, the civil blueprint for real estate protections, closing the institutional gaps between law enforcement, legal literacy, and community defense. So then we have the deceptive real estate practices exploited by institutional silos. So to try to better deal with that, we want to have the core pillars of the schools, the police department, and the real estate fraud departments. So recent enforcement actions demonstrate the predators continue to target vulnerable homeowners despite the existence of specialized local fraud units. So like right now, I believe there's 4 real estate detectives at the LAPD that have to oversee all of these things that's going on with these homes that are coming in that are basically pricing out people in the city of Los Angeles. So that really focuses on them targeting elderly homeowners that may not necessarily know that someone has basically stolen their house from up under them, and then they may not have family or friends that can help them. And then the students and first-time home buyers are affected by this as well, because, if you're doing class, you don't have time to be dealing with real estate. So those are the people that are systematically targeted by people committing fraud. So you have a systematic loop of real estate exploitation, where some people don't necessarily understand the contracts. They don't necessarily understand the like the lease agreements, um, the rules or what to report on, who to report to. They don't know when to report. And then the police department may not know what you're talking about at all because they're working their shift. So they're not into real estate. So that doesn't necessarily come to, they can't necessarily come to your help if that's, not what they're doing. They might not be working that day. So existing protections, operate in isolated silos. So you have the DA's office, which is separate from the LAPD, which is separate from the school, and which is separate from the California Attorney General. So you need to be able to kind of have a way to put them together so that way you can, prosecute some of these cases to eliminate this from being a thing that happens to people. The missing structure links apply legal literacy. And trying to do that is hard because most people are not necessarily into real estate like that. So it's a very specific targeted group of people that would understand what it is to even do to make the changes. And then evaluating the avenues for civil intervention, again, is specifically targeted for people that are in the real estate field and the specific groups that handle that as an issue. So I got a couple more slides, but I am out of time today. But if you do have interest in what we're doing, my link, and feel free to check out nomisopportunities.com is where you can find me and I can help you out with it.
And you put your link in the chat.
I will definitely put my link in the chat, but I did put the link in my chat for sure.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So good slide presentation, and you were able to bring it down so that it was clear why it would be effective as a tool to help renters, particularly in the renter, those who are renting dorm rooms and from private residences or large corporate housing complexes. So good piece, very good piece. And part of the conversation, was it yesterday's LA Times? No, it was yesterday's, not Daily News.
Well, there's a lot of
Long Beach Press Telegram. That's what it was, and in the Daily News about not homeowners, but people who are encouraging seniors to open up rooms in their homes because they're living alone, but not being responsible for the client relationship, on doing the encouragement, but not doing the education necessary to make sure that seniors prepared to really make themselves
Well,
a
I
proper.
I grew up in a house in Los Angeles, and it was one of the biggest square footage homes in the city of Los Angeles, and it was because my grandfather had people build onto the house, but it was like illegal builds. So my
Mm.
mother grew up in the house, and then she tried to rent it out, and then someone like squatted on her, and she ended up losing the house behind this because she never really understood how to do an unlawful detainer, or how to set up a real estate company to accept rents. So those things, she lost like the family home from that. So it for me, it was more kind of trying to understand how this affects a lot of other people, because just like Dr. Tabor is saying, people are saying, hey, you can get a room and rent with somebody that's elderly, but if they can't pay their rent and they need to put them out, they don't really have, like, they can't call LAPD. That's a civil matter.
Right.
So, opens up a can of worms for a bunch of other things. So somebody trying to help somebody could eventually lose their home,
So
because I
let me
don't.
do this. I want to track time. We
Mhm.
have how many group presentations are we doing?
Professor, I have a question. Would you rather have me present my individual briefing note? Like, I can present it and email it to you, or I can present it now, completely up to you.
So
I know we have group stuff to get to, like a lot of group stuff.
in your individual presentation or in your group presentation?
In the group, well, I don't know, but the group, I think there's a couple groups that have to present.
Okay,
I raised
so
my hand at the beginning because I didn't think I was like mentally prepared, but I think I am now.
right, and there's one more individual presentation that wanted, where is she?
Yeah, I
Wanted
remember she said closer to her break. So
when she's at lunch.
should we do the group stuff first and
And
then
I'm
at the
actually on
end?
lunch. I'm sorry, I tried to text, but I didn't do it fast enough. So I'm on lunch. So whenever I'm available to slide in there,
Okay,
I'll
well,
grab
I
the
wanted to,
camera.
if you're at lunch now, I want you to slide in now.
Okay.
And then we'll do group presentations.
Okay, sounds good.
Have you on hold?
Who?
Hold on, let me swap call. Wait. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can. How do I have you on hold? Did you hang me up?
No, Nick, are you talking to us or are you talking to somebody else?
Oh, no, hold on.
There you go. All right, here we go. Let me go there.
All right, I'm hoping everyone can see my screen.
And Jalissa, hold on one second. Let me get you
I
there.
sent it via your message, Professor, because we had the mishap last week. So I didn't submit mines until earlier today. But
Yeah,
it was
but
closed
there we go.
already. Okay,
Uh-oh,
perfect.
Some comment.
Perfect, perfect.
Oh, hold on one second. I gotta click something else before I come back to you. Hold on one second here. Okay, there we go. That's done on that end. Then I can go get you here. And well, I thought I could. There. Okay. And Jalissa, you said you're going to post it or you did post it? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. I haven't said anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, Selena, you haven't posted. Well, hold on, wait, time out. You said you just posted. Let me make sure I'm in
I
the right place.
posted this morning because the individual assignment was closed.
Right.
So I submitted it under the group, but I also sent it to your message through Canvas.
Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do, because I didn't realize it was closed, but what I'm gonna have you do, uh, go ahead and present, but I'm gonna have you post it to the assigned individual briefing note presentation because it's now open.
Okay.
But but you can move forward to your presentation now, though.
You can't see me.
There we go.
Are you able to see me?
Hold on
Oh,
one
I didn't
second.
mean to do that.
I am able to see.
Hold on.
And
Hold
uh-oh.
on, I'm sorry, I messed up.
So
I was asking
turn
if
your
you
camera
can.
on too on your
Yes,
All right.
I started my presentation. I gotta stop it. Hold on. Hold on. So sorry.
No, we're working through.
I just gotta start it over. Okay. Starting the slide over. Got that. And
You got to go
then
back and share your screen though.
share, yes. But why you
Okay.
can't see me?
Can't see you yet. So is your camera on?
Yeah.
We can see your presentation, Strengthening Families. We can see that.
Okay. Trying to see why you can't see me,
Oh,
but
okay. On your controls for
oh my God.
on your controls for Zoom is where you should find the uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I feel like I am not savvy, but I am. But why isn't I don't know why my video is not showing.
Well, you closed Zoom, you closed share screen.
Well, I was saying me, why I couldn't see myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen that symbol either.
What the? No, that's not it.
Okay,
Still
so now
no, that's not it. Oh my God.
but that's the right place. At least now there's something on your screen. So now
Right.
we just want to see that.
No, that ain't it. Okay. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I can like open my video later so you can see my face. Because I don't know what I have done and I don't know if anybody can help me on the fly.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
looks
what I
like you're sharing your background on your camera right now.
but then that comes up.
Okay, and then but is your camera off?
No, my camera's not off.
Have you allowed Zoom permission to access your camera, like in your settings? Because you're on your phone, correct?
No, I'm actually on my computer.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why
Right.
I was saying so.
Like, so that's when I close it.
Yeah, there's your
I don't know.
uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so
Okay. I'm gonna just
let's
move
do your
on. I'm so
presentation
sorry.
and we'll
I don't
figure
know
that out.
what I've done.
Leave the young men up and we know it's you.
Thank you. Okay.
And go back to share screen now. Yeah. There we go.
Right. So here we go. Good morning, professor and classmates. Today I am presenting my briefing note, and it's building community support networks through faith-based and local business partnerships. This kind of is similar to my group. I am heavily active in my church, and just based on how I've grown up and the things that I've participated in, based on things that I've seen and even things that I have been able to utilize through the church and even outside of the church. I feel like if we come together, our communities would be stronger, et cetera, et cetera. So let me walk you through it. So the purpose of this briefing note is to explore how churches and faith-based organizations can work together with local businesses, schools, nonprofit organizations, housing agencies, and mental health providers to strengthen support systems for individuals and families facing difficult circumstances. Many people in our community struggle with housing. They struggle with food, having food or having enough food, unemployment, which brings financial hardships, and also mental health concerns. And oftentimes the mental health comes from the struggle. While there are many resources available, one of the biggest challenges to me is that people often do not know where to find or how to access the service that already exists. Sometimes you have to know an auntie or a cousin that went this route or that route to really possibly get the bulk of any type of service that you need. I think faith-based organizations can play a very, very, very important role. So churches, they're often trusted institutions within, is this my partnership slide? Okay, we're going to go there. Churches are often trusted institutions within the communities. People frequently turn to their church during times of crisis, right? Whether they're facing job loss, family problems, grief, housing concerns, emotional stress, whatever, because these relationships and churches are uniquely positioned to identify the needs and connect individuals with the appropriate resources, or they should. However, churches cannot solve every problem alone. So instead, churches can serve as the community connectors, right? Building partnerships with other organizations. So even if the church doesn't have these resources on hand, I personally think, instead of calling 211 sometimes to get ... a lot of that information, I think the churches should hold that information, those details. Let's see. So, for example, local businesses can provide employment opportunities, internships, mentorship programs, and financial support for community initiatives. Mental health providers can offer counseling services, support groups, crisis intervention, and wellness programs for individuals and families dealing with emotional or psychological challenges. Housing organizations, can provide rental assistance, homelessness prevention services, shelter referrals, and transitional housing support. Schools and youth programs can assist with tutoring, mentoring, educational support, and positive activities for their children and teenagers. Food banks and community agencies can provide emergency food assistance, referrals, and other family supportive services. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, I'm familiar with some of these places providing these things. Yes, I'm just sharing that these are what they should be providing. And unfortunately, there are some places and spaces that do not provide these things. So in order for us to be a strong community, in order for us to support each other the way that we should, to me, everybody should have the same thing. It's almost like going to Sprouts in Culver City compared to Sprouts in Torrance. To me, I shouldn't find something different in Torrance than Sprouts in Culver City may have. Now, granted, I used to work at Sprouts before, guys, so I get it. Some areas, certain things may be popular, right? So that's why certain areas have certain things. But I think the basis of the products, et cetera, should be everywhere. I have went to different Walmarts to find, different type of clothing, or just different things. I'm sure some of you can agree with that. So, when these organizations work together, families are more likely to receive comprehensive support instead of fragmented services. After examining the issue further, I developed several recommendations. First, churches should establish stronger partnerships, networks with local businesses, nonprofit organizations, and service agencies. Second, referral systems should be created so that churches can easily connect individuals and families with housing, employment, mental health, educational resources. Third, organizations should collaborate to host community resource fairs, job fairs, wellness workshops, and outreach events that increase awareness of available resources. Again, I know that some places do this, but I feel in my personal experience, everybody doesn't do it. And I live in the hood of LA, okay? So I feel like in LA on the east side, there are some spaces and places that aren't heavily supported. Fourth, communication between organizations should be strengthened to reduce duplication of services and ensure the resources are being used effectively. I've also experienced where somebody can go to one place and go somewhere else and basically beat the system. We shouldn't be able to beat the system. There's a lot of people that need help out there. So, communication between organizations should be strengthened to reduce duplication. Oh, I already said that. I'm sorry. Finally, workplace development opportunities should be expanded through partnerships that provide job training, mentoring, and employment opportunities. In conclusion, this is just another little flyer that I kind of merged everything together. But in conclusion, building strong community support networks is not about one organization solving every problem. Instead, it's about creating meaningful partnerships that allow organizations to work together for the benefit of the individuals and or families. I believe by connecting faith-based organizations and local businesses, schools, housing agencies, mental health providers, communities can create stronger support systems that can improve stability, wellness, and long-term success. Thank you so much, class, for listening, and teacher, it is now in your hands.
Well, all right. So we are now at a point where I want what I want to do. We may not be able to do, but with just 5 minutes less than class. So let me ask this question. And before I do, Selena, thank you. Great presentation, good information, good challenge to those of us who are familiar with parts of the ecosystem you described needing to be created and recognizing, and I do recognize that there are many gaps throughout the community, throughout not just South LA, but throughout around the city of Los Angeles. Each of you in your presentations have identified some of those gaps. So this notion of learning to collaborate, because a lot of people think collaboration is a word, it's a way of being, and it requires that you accept what you do every day as part of a broader system of family of services or family of services that one entity cannot perform for everybody in need. So multiple entities need to collaborate, working together to deliver this social service net, as Selena has described it. So thank you, and really look forward to you having that broader impact in the community in this space. Let me see the hands of the groups that are ready, or the individuals ready to do your group presentation, just to see where we are. Nobody is? Oh, there we go. There's a hand. Niana's group is ready. Marlene's group is ready. All right. Well, let's do this.
But
How many of you? I'm sorry, Niana?
I was gonna say there was one more solo presentation, wasn't there?
Well, we caught Selena. She was the one that was waiting for lunch, so she could do it during her lunchtime.
Oh, it was me.
So all right. Are you ready to present?
I am.
Oh, no, you were asking the question whether you wanted to do your individual or group.
No. I have an individual and I have a group.
Okay.
It's me and Julissa in a group, and then I have my individual presentation.
Okay. So let me now ask this question of everybody here. Who has to be somewhere in the next half hour?
I do, actually. I have to go pick up my daughters from school.
I
Oh.
do as well. I actually need to drop from this call again. I just was
I
trying to
have
hop
to
on
go.
really quickly, but I have some serious business happening right now. So,
I have to go to the post office as well. I do too.
Okay, so what I want to do, Daniel, you've already done your individual presentation, right?
no, but I'll send you a recording. I'll send you a note on what's been going on, but I'm getting my work in, but as far as like presenting and stuff, I just like this time I kind of need to handle some other business and I gotta go get my kid in a
Okay.
little bit as well. So I'll just send you a recording or something like
Okay.
that, or take a point off, or
So
I get
Do
it.
we have
send,
another class coming? Do we have another class on Monday that we could finish the presentations?
we will have class on Monday. However, Monday is only 30 minutes in length.
Okay.
Let's let me so let's do this. Though submit your written presentation to the individual group presentation assignment. Submit your group presentation to the group assignment, and then let me look and see if I can expand the time on Monday. And I will let you all know by email by tomorrow at the latest of what will look like on Monday. And if Monday we can plan to be the regular hour and a half, then that would allow us to do all the presentations and get everybody in. So let me
Yeah,
work
because
towards that.
there's quite a few people that I haven't seen the individual presentation from yet.
Yeah.
Right, right. And that's what I'm thinking. I'd rather spend time doing those. I do want to see the group presentations, but the individual presentations have been popping, and I'd like to finish seeing those.
Sure.
Well,
All right. So
I'm
let's do this. Rather than extend a day, let's make the written submissions or video submissions to the assignments, and then I will respond by sending everybody an email as to what we will do on Monday.
Yeah, we can
And
even, sorry, Professor, I don't mean to interrupt, but in one of my classes, I know for presentations, we were using Canvas Studio or whatever the studio is, and then we were recording ourselves presenting, and then during class, the professor was presenting the recording. So that way it was like more concise on the timing, because with the recording,
right, just plug it in and
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I may be able to do that as well.
So
So,
I don't mind doing that, and then I can email you my presentation and during class on Monday so that it doesn't go over the time. You can just play the recording.
well, let me then suggest that if the groups have the ability I guess you could do it through Zoom or through studio recording to come together as a group and do your group presentation in that way as well, then we could see all of it in that flash. We could just flash through each of the
we
files.
would be able to do it via Zoom, uh,
can I do
as far as like
mine?
a group recording.
Oh. Professor, can I do mine through video submission?
Yeah.
Group? Because well, it's just me and Brandon. It's just us two, and I have to take care of
Yeah.
my brother.
Yeah,
He
so if you would do that, that would be helpful. And then when we'll come together with you and once I'll send out the email about what we're going to do class time, and you and Brandon can watch yourselves as we watch you. So yeah, that'd be possible.
okay.
Hi, Professor. So as far as the group presentation, I couldn't get in contact with my group members in time to get it done, so I ended up doing it by myself.
Okay, so Nika, who are
I believe it was me, Ivan, and two other people, but I don't think they've been in class, the two others.
Ivan Orozco or
Um, I think
The
it
two
is.
others from the group, they didn't respond. I don't think they
Yeah.
showed up to
okay,
class.
so just the two of you do, yeah. So okay, so if you guys want to submit it as a video, and then I also need the written document, the written briefing memo. So you need to submit both. If you're submitting your group as a video, you submit both your written and your video presentation, and then
Okay.
we will look at them on Monday.
Professor,
Yes, Angel.
no one from my group answered my messages, so I did it by myself. The The briefing memo.
So the individual briefing memo you can do by yourself. The group memo, if your group members didn't participate, Angel.
None answer my messages.
Okay, so then so 2 different topics, same topic.
No, different ones. Different.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, any other questions? So you're expecting from me an email or in group format, an email to the class saying what time on Monday we'll get together, how long we'll be together. I'm expecting from you both a written document as part of your individual and your group assignment, and also your video, if you'll do your video, your individual presentation to a video and submit that there. I may need to edit and allow for video media, the individual, but the group will already accept media as well as the written. So I need to get both. All right. All right. So we'll call it a day today. Look, these have been powerful points, and I'm really, really glad we took some time to let folks present. And I do want to see you all on Monday for presentations. All righty. Be sure to say goodbye in the chat. And again, thank you. This has been great. Thank you.
One other thing, Professor, really quickly. So the PSA announcement, it does show that it's missing from us because it was due today at 1:30 p.m. I know it's not due until Monday.
No.
Yeah. It's not due until Monday. Just giving you a heads up. It does show as missing for all of us.
Right. I'm actually I'm going to move it to since you don't have to present your PSA, you just have to send me the video on it. I'm going to move that to Wednesday.
Okay.
So that you have the time. And I'd much rather you guys get your presentation down for your individual and group if you're going to submit it as a video so that you have that time to do that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. I'll see you.
All right, everybody, drive safely when you're picking up your children, and when you have them, drive even safer. As Nicholas told us, it's dangerous out there with these crazy drivers. So,
Amen. Have a good day.
all right, be well.